Good morning for those joining us from the Pacific Time Zone, and good afternoon to Mountain, Central, and the East Coast. My name is David Obelts. I'm the Senior Manager of Product Marketing for TalentWise. Welcome to our webinar for the TalentWise Summer 2015 release. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today. TalentWise Hire was designed and built to meet your unique hiring needs. Our platform can manage all of your job offers, background screenings, and onboard activity with minimal data entry, secure, anywhere, anytime access on almost any web-enabled device. We bridge the gap between your applicant tracking systems and your human resource information systems. TalentWise Hire accelerates your time to hire, creates a great candidate experience, and provides you the tools to be more compliant. We can provide our high quality of service because everything we do, including background screening, is delivered through the TalentWise Hire platform. As part of our commitment to continuous improvement, we are always looking for ways to make TalentWise Hire better, and our quarterly release process is part of that commitment. TalentWise Hire offers 12 key areas of functionality to provide best-in-class tools to our clients, from candidate to day one, offer, screen, onboard, done. The 12 key areas are integrations, with over 30 available integrations today to a variety of ATS and HRIS solutions. TalentWise Hire Admin, our suite of self-service tools that enables our clients to self-manage many key features and customizations within TalentWise Hire. Background screening, occupational health screening, secure candidate portal, where your candidates interact with you during your hiring process. Candidate questionnaire, I-9 and E-Verify, standard government, federal, and corporate new hire forms, state tax withholding forms, custom forms, e-offer, our offer letter solution with approval routings, and hiring workflows. This suite of functions works together and can be configured in a way that meets your unique hiring needs in a compliant way. We offer 4 different platform licenses to our customers today, providing you different options based on your needs. TalentWise Hire Essentials provides you everything you need for screening your candidates, along with 25 standard integrations, access to the TalentWise Hire Admin Self-Service Suite, a single live candidate portal, and candidate questionnaire. TalentWise Hire Essentials Plus adds I-9 and E-Verify, providing you a complete screening and I-9 solution and the ability to have more than one active portal. We'll cover that in more detail shortly. TalentWise Hire Essentials Pro adds standard new hire forms, our state tax withholding forms and engine, and limited custom forms. This provides a turnkey solution for hiring that covers screening and onboarding. TalentWise Hire Ultimate is our complete hiring solution. Custom forms, the e-offer process, and hiring workflows create an unrivaled onboarding experience for both you and your candidates. Working in cooperation with our professional services team, Ultimate creates a solution following the way that you hire. All 4 solutions are designed to enhance hiring compliance, increase efficiency, and improve the candidate experience. If you're wondering what platform license you have today, here's an easy way to take an educated guess. If you're using TalentWise Hire for background or occupational health screening only, you probably have Essentials. If you have I-9 and E-Verify but no other forms, you probably have TalentWise Hire Essentials Plus. If you have I-9 and E-Verify and other new hire forms, then you probably have TalentWise Hire Essentials Pro or TalentWise Hire Ultimate. Before we get started, some housekeeping. Today's webinar will be recorded, and we will be emailing all attendees with a link to the recording, as well as a brief survey as soon as it is available. There will be a question and answer session at the end of our webinar, and you'll be able to submit your questions at any time during our presentation. We'll cover how you can do that in a moment. Today we'll be discussing the new features, functions, and updates to TalentWise Hire for summer 2015 with our product managers presenting. This includes changes and improvements to our TalentWise Hire platform licenses, 3 new integrations, enhancements to our I-9 and E-Verify solutions, new features to our background screening services, including electronic adverse action, and our new global screening solution. If you haven't logged into ReadyTalk interface, this would be a good time to do it. We will be taking your questions throughout today's webcast and answering them at the conclusion of the presentations. If you want to submit a question, you can open your ReadyTalk control panel and submit your questions via the ReadyTalk panel. We may not be able to answer everyone's questions on the webinar today. For questions we can get to in our live webinar, apologies, for questions we can't get to in our live webinar, we will follow up on a one-on-one basis. If you're having problems with audio and or video during today's webcast, these are usually best solved by signing out and signing back into ReadyTalk. You'll get the best experience if you're on a high bandwidth connection. If you're having problems that are making participation difficult, don't worry. We are recording this webinar and you will be able to watch it on demand in Help and Resources. Finally, before we start, I need to quickly point out our legal disclaimer. In brief, this is a reminder that the information shared here is not a promise of future development or deployment and is subject to change without notice. You're advised to make any business decision based upon what is currently available today and not on our roadmap or future-facing statements. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce you to, well, actually, you're going to have to listen to me talk some more, as I'm going to be covering the enhancements to our platform licenses. For TalentWise Hire Essentials Plus customers, we are going to be adding TalentWise Hire admin workflows to your platform license. This applies to existing customers and new customers going forward. Workflows enable you to have more than one active candidate portal at a time. For example, let's say you're a staffing company and you want to have a different portal for your internal employees and your contract employees that share different information, have maybe different branding styles, and provide different documents and assets. You'll now be able to do that with TalentWise Hire Essentials Plus. If you're an existing TalentWise Hire Plus customer, you will have to contact your account manager or client services to have workflows activated. You can build your own portal using TalentWise Hire Admin, or for a fee per portal, our professional services department can build the portals for you. If you haven't watched the how-to videos in Help and Resources on how to build your own portal, it's very simple. If you're an existing TalentWise Hire Essentials or background screening customer and you upgrade to TalentWise Hire Essentials Plus, workflows will be activated by default. You will not have to make a request. And this update is available right now. For customers who have TalentWise Hire Essentials Pro, we have added a number of new forms to our standard forms library. This includes 2 new direct deposit forms, in addition to the current form that's available. 2 new emergency contact forms, in addition to the current form that's already available. CC 305, Voluntary Self-Identification of Disability. 8850, Work Tax Credit or WOTC form. Standardized offer letters for hourly and salary employees with support for employment at will states. These new forms will appear in your launch form in TalentWise Hire once activation is complete. You do not need to take any action on your part, and these new forms will be available within the next 5 to 10 business days. For our TalentWise Hire Ultimate customers, you too also get the same new standard forms as TalentWise Hire Essential Pro clients that I just covered. There is one difference. If you want to change any of the forms in your existing form packages, for example, change from our current standard direct deposit form to one of the new ones, for example, we have a new direct deposit form that makes having direct deposit mandatory. So your candidates will have to provide information. So let's say you're an employer who has mandatory direct deposit. Or you want to add some of our new forms, say the 8850 WOTC tax credit. You will have to contact account management or client services and work with professional services to change your form packages. You can launch the forms individually if you choose, but to tie them to a position and launch them in one click in a package, you are going to have to reach out to us to make that update. I'd like to walk you through our new standardized offer letters. This does not replace our e-offer solution, but provides our customers with a turnkey offer letter solution as an alternative. You can make certain key edits. However, you cannot change the body of the offer letter. The boilerplate is built to meet minimum requirements, and you can include an optional clause for offer letters in employment at will states. However, if your state has specific language requirements for things like wage theft, you should have your legal department review the boilerplate in the standard offer letter. If you need customization, multi-signature approvals, or the ability to include addendums and attachments, our e-offer solution is built to meet those needs. From the candidate view in TalentWise Hire, you would click the Add Onboarding button. Next, in the pop-up, you would click Launch for the standard offer letters on the pop-up as it appears. This is an option that will be appearing for our Pro and our Ultimate customers within the next 5 to 10 days. And as a reminder, you don't have to do anything. It's just going to automatically appear. This will take you to the launch form for the candidate, where you need to create 2 tasks. The first is to assign what we call a verifier. And in this case, this is the person within your company who will be countersigning the candidate offer. You also can set a due date. We launched this from the candidate view, so the candidate assigned has already been pre-populated. So you just need to set a due date for the candidate. Next, you'll go ahead and click Continue. You can then edit the email template that will be sent to the candidate if you want, or you can leave the standard messaging. You then can edit key fields within the offer letter, including the company name, that would be your company name, or in the case of, say, you have multiple brands under your company umbrella, the company that they would be working for, the offer date, the start date, the job title, the manager they will be reporting to in their title, if the position is full-time or part-time, if they are exempt, non-exempt, or salary non-exempt, the offer letter's signer name from your company, and their title. You can also select if you're an employment at will state. If you have a field blank, the offer letter will be reformatted so that it always looks clean. This is not a fill-in-the-blank solution with blanks and embedded information in the letter itself. And I will be showing you in a little bit on what a completed offer letter actually looks like. Next, you'll click Continue to preview the information you've inputted. From here, you can preview the information you inputted and make changes if required, and then confirm and launch. The letter will be sent to your internal signer first, or your verifier. After this is electronically signed using the TalentWise electronic signature solution, it will be sent to the candidate for their signature. The candidate will receive an email guiding them to the candidate portal. As you can see in this example, the offer letter is cleanly formatted with a very professional appearance, and there are no fill-in-the-blank options or white spaces based on the input that was put there. For the other new hire forms I covered earlier, you will see these added to the launch form for new hires. The Form 8850 has been added to the Government Form section. Form 8850 enables your candidates to self-identify as having recently received or are currently receiving public assistance, making your company eligible for tax credits through the IRS. Under new hire forms, the new optional direct deposit form now enables disbursement on up to 4 bank accounts instead of 3. The other new direct deposit form I alluded to earlier makes direct deposit mandatory and does not allow a candidate to waive out of direct deposit. It also can be dispersed on up to 4 different accounts. The new Basic Emergency Contact Form provides provisions for up to 2 emergency contacts, with 1 required, and requests no additional information. The Enhanced Emergency Contact Form that we've added requests a wider range of information than our current standard form. And to recap, the existing direct deposit form and the existing emergency contact forms will remain as in our offering and are not going away. The standard EEO form has been streamlined for users who do not wish to collect protected veteran information. The new EEO for government contractors meets post-offer requirements for collecting voluntary reporting of gender, race, and protected veteran status. Finally, the CC 305 voluntary self-identification of disability enables your candidates to identify themselves as handicapped and make requests for reasonable provisions to support their employment. We are also going to be making some changes to the state tax withholding engine. The state tax solution will now provide employees the option to apply either their federal allowances or complete a separate state withholding certificate for states that allow this option. In support of this new functionality, TalentWise is introducing a new employee acknowledgement form that protects employers by establishing that the employee was presented with the opportunity to complete the state form if they desired. The new acknowledgement forms are being introduced to support updates to the state of California, Delaware, Massachusetts, Minnesota, and New Jersey, as those states provide you the option to use the federal form or a state form. So the key takeaways are, TalentWise Hire Essential Plus clients can now have more than one active portal at a time. Existing customers will have to contact account management or client services to have this feature activated. And we can also provide services to build your portals if you don't want to do it yourself. If we build your portals, there is a fee associated with that. You can watch the videos within Help and Resources for TalentWise Hire Admin, and you will see that it is very, very simple to build your own portals. TalentWise Hire Pro and Ultimate customers get access to a list of new standard forms. TalentWise Hire Ultimate customers who want to change form packages will have to contact account management or professional services. You also have the option to launch the new form standalone. Standard offer letters are now available to TalentWise Hire Essentials Pro and TalentWise Hire Ultimate customers. This does not replace eOffer as a solution, but provides a turnkey solution for those clients who don't need approval routings and customized offer letter language. eOffer remains your solution if you need these features. All new standard forms will be available by early August, and there is nothing you need to do. They will be turned on automatically for all of our existing customers. Now we have Ravi Winapusa, Product Manager of Partner Integrations. Today, TalentWise Hire is integrated with over 30 different solutions, including 25 standard integrations to a wide range of applicant tracking systems. Part of the power of TalentWise Hire is our agnostic approach to partnerships. Ravi?
Thank you, David. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm really excited to announce two new features in our integrations framework. So far, our integrations were mostly web applicant tracking and talent management systems. These new features greatly enhance our capabilities to integrate with employee systems such as HCM or payroll. I believe you'll be as excited as us to hear about these features, so let me get into the details. First, we have built an export transformation service that allows you to transform and export TalentWise data into any system that accepts a batch format. The advantage of this service is that it requires zero development and is completely configurable based on the system you want to integrate with. All we have to do is to simply map fields from TalentWise to the system you want. So it significantly reduces both cost and implementation time. The transformation service also supports multiple file formats and can export data into 5 different systems at the same time. I believe that this gives you a lot of flexibility to deploy and integrate TalentWise with any system. This feature is currently in beta, but if you see an impending need, please contact your TalentWise representative for enabling the service. Second new feature we have is our outbound APIs that allow our partners and customers to extract data from TalentWise in real time. So far, we've had APIs to receive data into TalentWise, and these new APIs allow us to push data to other systems. These APIs are based on the widely used REST and JSON formats, enabling you to quickly implement and extract data from TalentWise. The APIs not only allow you to pull candidate data, but also various candidate documents present in TalentWise, like an I-9, W-4, or state tax forms. The APIs will be available from next week, and like the transformation service, will be a beta release for select customers and partners. We are putting in a lot of effort to make these features generally available. very soon so that you can take advantage of them. We'll have more exciting updates about these features in the coming months. In addition to enhancing our integration capabilities, we continue to expand our partner network. We have 3 new partner integrations for you. The best part about these partner integrations is that they're all standard, so they don't cost you anything, and all of them are available today. First, we are partnered with Newton Software to develop a very turnkey integration. This integration is specific to our screening products, both domestic and global. It's also really simple to use that allows you to initiate screening with a single click. You can find more detailed information about the integration in our Help and Resources section. Next, we have an integration with Avionte Software. This integration also for our screening products, both domestic and global. And again, very straightforward, where you can launch screening with a single click for multiple candidates. Additional information is available in our Help and Resources section even for this integration. And finally, we have a new onboarding integration with NetSuite TribeHR. This integration is enabled through panels in TribeHR. You can enable the TalentWise panel directly from your TribeHR settings. This integration allows you to launch both screening and onboarding from TalentWise. So it's really flexible in doing whatever you would like to. Again, further information and FAQs about this integration are available in our Help and Resources section. So to summarize about integrations, we have 2 new features in our integrations framework, the Export Transformation Service and Outbound APIs that significantly extend our integration capabilities to bridge the gap between talent management and HR systems. And we have 3 new partner integrations, Newton, Avionte, and TribeHR, expanding our partner network even further. That's about the integrations in this release. Back to you, David.
Thank you, Ravi. Great work. And I know you have some great things you're working on for the rest of 2015. And I know that you'll be moving those solutions you talked about into beta, into general release as we move through the rest of the year. Next up, we have Gwen Galbots, Product Manager of W-4 and Form I-9 State Tax Withholding. Gwen?
Thanks, David. I'm thrilled to be here to share some exciting improvements to our electronic Form I-9. TalentWise is introducing a number of usability enhancements to our standard I-9, including upgrades to the candidate and verifier user experience, the ability for verifiers to view multiple assigned I-9 tasks from one location, enhanced validation, more visible overdue statuses for late I-9s, and additional preferences to provide users with more control over email notifications. These enhancements have been available for some TalentWise I-9 customers beginning this month and are going to be rolled out according to your assigned implementation date. If you have not already received a notification of your account's pre-scheduled upgrade, you should expect to hear from us shortly. First, I'd like to review the candidate updates to Section 1 of the electronic Form I-9. The candidate Section 1 has been redesigned for a cleaner, simpler look and feel. Here you can see the refreshed layout with improved spacing for greater readability, clear section dividers, and a simplified data entry experience. These design enhancements allow for a streamlined Section 1 form completion and e-sign workflow. Next, I'll review the improvements to the verifier experience. Verifiers will continue to receive notification emails when they are assigned I-9 tasks to complete. This is a sample of the new verifier notification email. This should look familiar as most of the elements are unchanged. With the upgrade, you can simply click View Task to access your assigned I-9. Clicking the View Task link will bring you to the new Verifier portal. Verifiers may already be familiar with this portal if they have been assigned as signers for an electronic offer letter in TalentWise Hire in the past. Now, verifiers will be able to view I-9s alongside any other onboarding documents they have been assigned to complete through TalentWise. Verifiers who are assigned multiple I-9 tasks may view all their assigned I-9s from one location. Simply navigate to the appropriate I-9 task in the list and click Launch Task to proceed and complete Section 2 of that candidate's Form I-9. A Form I-9 listed in pending status is still with the candidate for completion of Section 1, but may be delegated to another verifier before candidate completion if necessary. Once the verifier clicks Launch Task, they will have the opportunity to review the candidate's completed Section 1 in read-only format, which ensures that no inappropriate edits are made to the candidate's information. The verifier will still have the option to delegate the task to another verifier in their group if they know they will be unable to complete the I-9 themselves. To delegate, click Delegate to another verifier. Next, choose a new verifier from your verifier group from the drop-down list displayed and click Submit. When reviewing the completed Section 1 information, the verifier will still have the ability to return the Form I-9 to the candidate if they identify any errors that need correction, for example, typos or data entry that conflicts with the documents provided by the candidate for completion of Section 2. If any errors are identified, click Return this Form I-9 to the employee. Select the appropriate task owner, provide a note indicating the reason for the return, and click Submit to send the I-9 task back to the candidate for correction. Once Section 1 has been reviewed, the verifier will progress to Section 2. Section 2 has been completely redesigned for improved readability and ease of use. The verifier will be prompted to indicate whether the candidate has provided a List A or List B and List C documents. Based on their selection, the form will dynamically display document information fields to be completed. In this example, the verifier indicated that a List A document had been provided, and now they are prompted to select which List A document. The verifier may also flag the document as a receipt if the candidate provided an acceptable receipt for a List A document that had been lost, stolen, or damaged. Additional data entry fields will be dynamically displayed based on the document selected from List A. In this example, a passport was selected, so the verifier will only be asked to complete document information for a single List A document. Here we've also showcased improved data entry and validation. The easy-to-use calendar enforces entry of a valid expiration date. The earliest date available is the date of data entry. It's simply impossible to enter a document that has already expired. Expiration dates will be populated onto the Form I-9 in the required 8-digit month, day, year format. Now imagine the verifier selected a different List A document. The form dynamically displays additional List A document fields when appropriate, such as this example illustrating the combination of a foreign passport with a Form I-9-4 or I-9-4A. If there is no expiration date printed on the I-9-4, the verifier can check the box to input DS for duration of status. In this example, the verifier will also be asked to select whether the candidate has provided an I-20 or DS-2019 in support of their work authorization, and will be able to provide that document and work authorization expiration information as well. In addition to clean, simplistic design, we've also added enhanced validation to further assist verifiers in ensuring the Form I-9s they complete are valid and correct. New dynamic data validation compares select Section 2 data against Section 1 information as entered by the candidate to identify inconsistencies that could invalidate the Form I-9. Here you can see a new error message displayed. In this example, the candidate claimed a status of U.S. citizen in Section 1, but the verifier entered a foreign passport with an I-9-4 in Section 2. The error message explains the inconsistency, empowering the verifier to take appropriate corrective action, either returning the Form I-9 to the candidate to fix Section 1 if they misunderstood or misselected their status, or quickly selecting a different document, either independently if the verifier made a hasty mistake using the pick list, or with the candidate's cooperation if the candidate had presented outdated or incorrect materials. In addition to this new dynamic field validation, verifiers can also rely on the same formatting validation for the entry of document number and expiration dates they have come to trust when using the electronic Form I-9. As a whole, the new verifier experience has been streamlined and reinforced to provide both ease of use and greater data integrity. Next, I'll share some upgrades to the electronic Form I-9 E-Verify workflow that will impact TalentWise Hire users. We've introduced 2 new report-level statuses to bring greater visibility to overdue I-9 tasks. Instead of overdue tags, users may look to the report status to identify whether or not an I-9 task is late. Users will be able to tell that reports with a status of overdue new have not been started yet, while reports with a status of overdue in progress have already been begun. If you use TalentWise Hire for other new hire forms, you may already be familiar with these types of statuses. In addition, once an overdue task has been successfully completed, the report status will automatically update. Finally, I'd like to share some new preferences we've added to provide greater control over I-9 and E-Verify notification emails. A new preference has been added which will allow users to differentiate between E-Verify case statuses that may impact verifiers, such as statuses relating to an overdue reason or photo verification that has not been completed along with Section 2, and e-verify case statuses that would only be relevant to TalentWise Hire users, such as TNCs or status changes associated with referring cases and receiving updated results from DHS or SSA that would inform a certified TalentWise user of a case ready to be closed using the e-verify case management tools. Next, e-verify task complete notifications have been separated from screening notifications, allowing users to set different preferences based on this package type. Last, we're introducing automatic e-verify reminder notifications for cases in pending status requiring user resolution. These reminder notifications will be issued based on the distribution list set in the preferences just discussed and help ensure the prompt, timely completion of all open e-verify cases for your account. Thank you so much for your time today. To review, updated candidate and verifier user experience simplifies data entry and completion for the electronic Form I-9. New report-level overdue statuses bring increased availability to any late I-9s, and new user preferences can provide more control over Form I-9 and e-verify notifications to help ensure verifiers and users receive emails they are interested in and that are appropriate to their involvement in the I-9 e-verify process. Thanks again for joining me to learn about our exciting Form I-9 upgrades. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Gwen, and great work on what you're doing on I-9. Next up, we have Stephanie Bastieri, Product Manager for Background Screening, who has some exciting news for background screening customers. And with that, I'll give you over to Stephanie.
Hi, everyone. Today I will be discussing a new background screening service, Electronic Adverse Action. TalentWise will deliver electronic adverse action notifications to candidates utilizing our secure candidate portal. Through electronic delivery, the candidate receives the information more quickly, as well as providing you more visibility into the adverse action process. This service also includes the delivery of a printed adverse action letter if the candidate does not access the assigned task in time. Electronic adverse action is available to all TalentWise Hire clients utilizing the candidate portal and is now available in beta. To purchase Adverse Action, select Initiate Adverse Action Process from the Action menu found in both the upper right-hand corner of the candidate view or on the right-hand side of the Screening History section. On the next screen, you will confirm your purchase. Once Adverse Action has been initiated, an email is sent to the candidate informing him or her that there is important information about the background screen and to access the candidate portal link. After the candidate logs into the portal, he or she will see a new task in the My Inbox section of the dashboard. When the candidate launches the task, a separate browser window will open with a copy of the adverse action notification. At the bottom of the letter, there is a reminder that a PDF copy of the document will be available in the My Documents section of the candidate portal and a button to close the window. After completing the task, the candidate will be returned to the dashboard. The status of the task will automatically have updated to complete, and a copy of the pre-adverse action letter will be attached in the My Documents section. Within TalentWise Hire, activity details are listed in the candidate view log, which provides the status of the adverse action process. You will see a date stamp along with the specific activity completed. A few examples of the details you will find are the initiation of the adverse action process, when the email is sent to the candidate, and when the candidate completes the task. On the 6th business day after pre-adverse action has been sent, final adverse action is delivered to the candidate. Once the candidate views the final adverse action notification, the candidate portal will show both tasks as complete and PDF copies of both letters attached in the My Documents section. At this point, the adverse action process is complete. In some cases, the candidate will not complete the task in a timely manner. When this happens, a copy of the letter will be printed and mailed to the candidate. If the candidate later logs into the candidate portal, he or she will see that the tasks show as printed and PDF copies are also attached in the My Documents section. When a letter has been printed, the details are listed in the candidate view log as well as in the report itself. Electronic adverse action is in beta. Look for general launch and feature enhancements coming soon. Next, I will be discussing a product name update. OIG GSA has updated to OIG SAM to reflect that the System for Award Management now houses the Excluded Party List system. The product name will appear in reports going forward, and impacted client package names will be updated for you. Also, we are posting a dashboard announcement. This update is available now and impacts all clients utilizing our healthcare sanctioned searches. Here is an example of the new report view. The product name now reflects OIG SAM combined search, and the search summaries also state the sources housed by SAM. Finally, for any packages including the name OIG GSA, they will be updated for you to reflect OIG SAM. No action is required on your part. We have also posted a knowledge base article for your additional reference. In review, we now offer electronic delivery of adverse action notifications. By utilizing the TalentWise Hire candidate portal, you will have increased visibility into the status of the adverse action process. And lastly, OIG GSA has changed to OIG SAM to reflect the housing of the excluded party list system. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to contact us with questions. David?
Great work, Stephanie, and the adverse action in particular is really exciting. Our last presenter today is Dion Wu. Dion has done tremendous work on building out a class-leading solution for global screening. Our solution is built for United States-based companies with global operations. And with that, let me give you to Dion.
Hello, everyone. We are extremely excited that we're providing the global solution that can help you to screen global candidates easily. Our global solution provides a pre-employment screening service to screen a global candidate, which means a candidate who is or has worked, lived, studied in global countries. We provide world coverage, which includes over 200 countries and territories, only countries and territories where records are inaccessible to researchers, such as Iran, North Korea, are not covered. The service is now available. This map shows our worldwide coverage. The products we provide include the following: global ID verification, global criminal check, global employment verification, global education verification, and global blacklist search. The coverage for different countries and territories is different. It will be based on local laws and regulations. Now, let's take a look at a diagram that shows how our global solution works. Our process is streamlined, easy, and efficient. First, an HR client can initiate a global screening request from TalentWise dashboard. The client only needs to provide candidate's basic information, such as name, country of residence, and candidate's email address, and an email invitation will be sent to the candidate. In the email to the candidate, there will be a web link which directs the candidate to a secured web portal. On the portal, the candidate will be provided with a consent form based on the current country of residence. The candidate can then upload the hand-signed consent form to the candidate portal. There's no additional email, fax, or mail required as follow-up communication. And then the candidate will be provided with country-specific data collection forms. If a candidate lived, worked, or studied in multiple countries, the information can be captured on the same portal because the data collection form is dynamic. After the candidate data submission is completed, the search will start. Our global fulfillment teams will fulfill searches in different countries, and the result will be posted back into a consolidated client report. It's complete and consistent. Clients don't need to go to different platforms with different accounts and read multiple reports. Our global solution has lots of advantages. First, our global solution asks country-specific questions based on the candidate's residency, employment, and education history. This eliminates background information gaps, eliminates unnecessary follow-up communications such as faxes and emails. And TalentWise Global Solution also validates key candidate data. On TalentWise Global Platform, all screening information is conveniently provided in a single location. Candidates provide their information through a secured online portal. Screening partners input their findings into TalentWise Global Platform. This ensures accuracy and decreases the turnaround time. All your global screening results are available in a single report. This provides consistent formatting and language. It makes the screening results easy to understand. and your reports are available anywhere, anytime within TalentWise Hire. We provide 12 default consent forms with global coverage for your convenience, or you can use your own. We provide global packages with built-in best practices. This simplifies the process of screening global candidates and helps you to remain compliant. Flexibility is another benefit of our global solution. You have two options to create your screening packages. Option 1, you can order a set of predetermined screening products within a single package, which is automatically determined based on what's available in the selected countries. Option 2, if you want more control over the process, you can specifically choose which available screening products you want for a specific country. Here is an example of the first option. This is a single product package for you to screen global candidates from different countries and territories. For more control, there's option 2. You can create a country-specific package to meet your specific needs. There's an example of how to initiate a screening request. You only need to provide the candidate's basic information, including full name, email address, and current country of residence. TalentWise Hire handles the complexity behind the scenes. Your candidate will be directed to the secured candidate portal by an email invitation. On the candidate portal, the candidate needs to confirm the current country of residence, and a country-specific consent form will be provided. The candidate can review the content of the consent form. After reviewing, the candidate can print, sign, and upload the consent form to the candidate portal. TalentWise Global Solution makes the screening of multinational candidate simple and convenient. If a candidate has multinational background, the TalentWise Hire platform will collect the country-specific information from the candidate portal and generate multiple search requests. The results will be posted in one report for the client to review. This is available now. Our data collection is dynamic. It will be based on the candidate's residency, education, and employment history, and our solution asks country-specific questions on the candidate portal. This significantly speeds up the process. This example shows a candidate who has multinational background. The screening results are conveniently posted in one report. In summary, TalentWise Global Screening covers over 200 countries and territories with a full suite of products. The consent form and candidate data collection are dynamic and country-specific, and the results will be consolidated into one report, available anytime, anywhere within TalentWise Hire. If you want to learn more details, have specific questions, or want to set up a demo, please contact us. Now back to Dave.
Thanks, Dion, and fantastic work to you and your team. As a reminder, TalentWise will be at HR Tech in Las Vegas. HR Tech starts on October 18th, and you can come by our booth to see global screening firsthand and some new features we're cooking up for our fall 2015 release. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation and demonstration portion of our webcast today. How would you like to win an Amazon gift card? It's real simple, and you can help us improve our webinars. Simply visit http://tinyurl.com/summer-tw15 and complete the short, simple survey. It literally will only take you 1 or 2 minutes. We'll be doing a drawing on August 14th, 2015 from those who complete the survey, and one lucky winner will receive a $100 Amazon gift card. If you can't remember that URL, or you're furiously typing it in right now, we'll be providing it to you in our follow-up email when we make the recording available in the next couple of days. But again, that URL, real quick, if you want to do that while you're listening to the question and answer session, it's tinyurl.com/summer TW15. Now we'll be moving into our question and answer section. If you haven't yet submitted your questions, you can still do so by entering them into the questions panel in your ReadyTalk interface. We'll be working with our product experts over the next 10 minutes, and we'll follow up any unanswered questions one-on-one after this webinar. Our first question is for Ravi, and Ravi, this question comes from Rich. Does the transformation service support export of completed documents?
That's a good question. The transformation service allows only export of data and not documents. Because it's a batch feed, we can only send data through that. Thanks.
Ravi, I've got another question for you, and this one is from Kate. What is the implementation time for the Newton integration?
As I mentioned, it's really turnkey integration, so it should be less than a week to deploy Newton end-to-end. Thank you.
Ravi, I've got one more question for you. Can the transformation service support my payroll systems?
Yes, that's a great question. Our intent is to support any payroll system out there, so it should be able to support yours too. And if you can provide us with your payroll data template, we can set it up for you. Thank you again.
Okay, and Ravi, I saw that you had another question, but that you answered that in direct chat with that customer, so thank you for taking care of that. Gwen, we have a lot of questions. With the upgrade, will there still be overdue I-9 tagging?
Hey, this is a great question. Overdue I-9 tagging is being retired with the upgrade. The overdue status will be visible in the new report level statuses of the I-9 package and automatically update once complete, so there's no more need to manually remove tags once overdue I-9s have been addressed.
Gwen, this question is from Allison. Are there any changes to launching an electronic form I-9 in TalentWise with the upgrades you just covered?
No, the process to launch a remote or in-person electronic I-9 in TalentWise will not change with these upgrades.
I have one more question here for you. This one is from Greg. Will all my currently assigned I-9 tasks reflect the updates when they are implemented to my account?
This is a really great question. The I-9 tasks that are already in process will not be impacted by the updates. Only new I-9s that are assigned or launched following the implementation will reflect the new enhancements. So there may be a brief period while some of your verifiers are seeing the old experience and some verifiers see the new experience for any new I-9s they've been assigned once that implementation is made.
Gwen, there's a question from Christian, but I think we're going to go ahead and take that one offline. I'm looking through the queue. We actually have a lot of questions going on. We have another question actually for you from Nathaniel, which is how long will the adverse report be available for candidates to view before a hard copy is mailed? Oh, sorry. You know what? That isn't for Gwen. I actually have the next presenter actually stated here in front of me, and my brain just looked at the wrong person. Apologies for that. And with that, Gwen, we have that other question. And Stephanie, we're now going to move to you. And the question is that I have for you, and this one is from Leah, are the adverse action letters emailed to the candidates, or are they just sent a link?
That's a good question. The candidates are sent a link to our secure candidate portal and access the letter through that task. The task provides visibility into whether or not the candidate has actually reviewed the letter.
The next question that I have is, will my old report show OIG GSA or OIG SAM?
All reports that are completed prior to the change will show OIG GSA, so you'll have that for historical purposes. It's all new reports going forward that will say OIG SAM.
And Stephanie, that's what we have for you, and I appreciate that. Nathaniel, we're going to get to your question offline, so apologies for that. Dion, first question that we have for you. Is the global solution localized, and what are localization options?
Hello, that's a great question. Currently, customers can localize certain assets on the candidate portal, such as email communications sent to the candidates, welcome message, and other text content. Customers can also provide localized consent forms to TalentWise professional services team to set them up. Candidate data inputs, such as names, addresses, can be in local languages as well because our platform is UTF-8 compliant. But there are certain aspects of the candidate portal, like the interface buttons, labels, and notifications are not localized. Localization of the candidate experience on TalentWise Hire platform is on our roadmap. Now back to David.
Next question that I have, Dion, for you is, if a customer wants to use a country-specific consent form, do we support that?
Hello, the answer is yes. The customers can provide customer consent forms for any country or territory that we provide a global screening. There's a $150 fee per country to set up a customer-provided consent form.
Dion, I've got another question for you, but Michael, you're asking a question in the queue that says, when are these changes are effective? I'd love to get to that question, but I need a little more information from you in the queue on which change are you referring to, as we have 5 different presenters here today. So if you could get us a little more information in that question queue, we can get that to the right person. Dion, I have another question here from you. This one's from Linda. Are country-specific data collection forms provided?
Hello, this is a great question. Our global platform provides country-specific data collection forms based on the initial consent form provided by the candidate, and then supplemented by additional employment, education, and address history information. This provides a compliant experience while minimizing the number of times the candidate is asked to provide information and sign consent forms. For countries that have special forms that must be completed, like Italy, Netherlands, Sweden, or Switzerland, we provide the forms as a PDF within the candidate portal for the candidates to print, complete, and return.
Dion, there's a question here from Janine Ingram. We can just maybe have a conversation on this because you and I have been working on the global screening, although you've, of course, done the very heavy lifting on that. Her question is around the purchasing of separate SKUs on that. And my answer to her, and I'll just kick it back to you after I give this, is the answer is yes, but it probably depends on what you already have today. So there's not kind of a simple answer that we could just give in 30 seconds over the webinar, and we could have somebody reach out to her specifically on that. But global is its own separate SKUs.
Correct. Each global product is a separate SKU. We can certainly look at your specific needs and see how we can address it.
Stephanie, we have another question for you. And Dion, thank you so much. And this one is from Michael. This is the one I was referring to earlier. His question is, when are the changes effective? And that was around adverse action.
Well, the changes are live now. We have adverse action in beta. So if you are currently on the candidate portal, go ahead and contact your account representative, whether it's an account manager or CLS, and we will look at putting you on the platform.
Stephanie, Jordana has a question, but we're going to take that offline, and we'll have you reach out to her one-on-one on that particular question. We've actually run through the question queue. We have like about 1 more minute left for Q&A, so I'm just going to pause and see if any other questions come up in the queue. We've got 1 more. I'm just going to read the question real quick. Oh, this is a great question, actually. Dion, this is a great question for you from Gail. The question is, if you ordered a standard screening package, but it turns out the candidate has worked or gone to school in a different country, is the global screening automatically initiated?
Hello, great question. If we if a client ordered a standard screening package and the candidate has worked or lived in or studied in a different country, and the answer is yes, the global screening for that additional employment history and additional education history will be initiated automatically.
Dion, thank you so much. Beverly, you've asked a question also. We're going to go ahead and take that question offline, and someone will reach out to you after the webinar because we're starting to bump up on time, so I apologize for that. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our question and answer session. If we haven't answered your submitted question today, someone from TalentWise will be following up with you in the next couple of business days. We are committed to answering all of your questions. Additionally, we will be sending an email to everyone who registered for today's event with a link to the recording of this webinar as soon as the recording becomes available. In addition, there will also be a link to that customer survey and a chance to win an Amazon gift card. If you have additional questions about today's presentations, you can contact your account manager or our client services team at 877-327-2480. That telephone number again is 877-327-2480. You can also send an email to clientdevelopment@talentwise.com. In addition, if you want to get real-time information on what is going on with TalentWise product, you can now follow us on Twitter. Just sign in to twitter.com and start following @TalentWiseProd. That's P-R-O-D. There we provide a wide range of information on a daily basis, not just about what's going on in prod, but broad information about what's going on in the industry around hiring, screening, and onboarding. And one last thing, keep your eyes open for this Thursday for the first edition of TalentWise Now. TalentWise Now is our new newsletter that highlights information provided by our product management team as well as valuable resources from the industry. Thank you so much for joining us today and trusting TalentWise with your offer, screening, and onboarding needs. We value you as our customer, and we look forward to meeting you again in our Fall 2015 release. This concludes today's webinar.